Hey, what's going on, Hobbits? It's Jordan here, and welcome to some hide and seek. I've got SGC Barbarian, or Nick, over here.
I didn't even know you called yourselves hobbits. I knew you were I knew it was very hobbity for you, but wow, that's gonna tie in nicely to what I have to say to you, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it now.
Yeah, you see, Nick is not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, and he had a few questions for me, didn't you?
I did. I watched the first video, or whatever it's called.
Movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you can even call it a movie. I watched it.
God.
I just have some issues with the whole concept.
Okay.
First, I don't understand. Okay, first off, one other question. How do I understand what I am in this game? Oh, I'm a glass block. Oh, crap. This is the worst block to be, and I'm it. Okay, back to The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Wait, The Hobbit? Okay.
Well, from what I've understood, and tell me if I'm wrong here, The Hobbit is tied into Lord of the Rings. Yes,
it's a prequel set. I think it's around 50 years, around that. Basically with Bilbo instead of Frodo.
Okay, Bilbo Baggins, I know him.
Yes.
And I couldn't pronounce his name. I thought he was Dildo Daggin. It wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for me.
You're ruining this
for
me.
Here's the thing. My main objection to the actual movie is not so much I don't want to say the lack of any sort of substance to the plot line. It's just the fact that Oh wait, I'm a beacon. Oh, that's cool. Okay,
Come on.
My question, I don't want to say this without offending you, but how do you get into the movie when you don't know anything about the background of the story?
Okay, that's not really a question about the movie. That's just you asking how can I enjoy this?
Because I think it's stupid.
You are wrong.
I'll be honest. I think I'm right.
No, I think you're wrong, and yeah.
But it seems dumb.
Well, maybe it's just like J.R.R. Tolkien, the guy who wrote the books. Maybe he was just on a whole other level to you. I mean, let's face it. You're not the sharpest tool of the shed,
not
right?
the sharpest tool. Probably one of the dullest tools, but
exactly. And then he's on a whole other level of intelligence and everything that you just can't understand his masterpiece.
I've been told he invented languages for this. He invented languages.
He invented the Elvish language that they use.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me because how do you just invent a language? I don't.
Well, quite easily. I can invent a language. I can say "ga" means yes. There, I invented a language.
That's amazing. I didn't think that was even possible, but you just proved me wrong.
I did.
I don't like how the movie just jumps into it. I wish there was more background. It just gives that little 5-minute oh, this is what the ring was. But I don't care about that. I want the background of all the people. I want some plot. I want to know what's happening. And it was very confusing to me.
Well, you know what? If background's your thing, maybe you should give the books a shot, you know? They're a lot more detailed. They're a lot more detailed. There's a lot more in them. There's a lot of stuff that the movie actually does wrong compared to the books.
I'm gonna read the books. And I watched it with... Oh, I found a guy.
Oh, kill him!
I did. I'm good.
Good.
What's it called? When I watched it with my friend, he was very upset with me because he did not like the fact that I thought it was a stupid movie. And I can understand why he would be like that. I respect his opinion even though he's wrong. But towards the end of the movie, I thought it was better. It was better than it was before. So
is Fellowship of the Ring the only one you watched?
Yes.
Okay, well then, if you liked it towards the end, you should watch the second and the third one because it gets better. I'm judging that if you liked it more towards the end, that's because of more action and stuff.
And also because I felt like I knew the people more.
Yeah, so then definitely watch the sequels.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because the thing is I just wanted to know about the background of the people and stuff, and I think that once I watch the second one, I'll go into it knowing the background. I'll go into it knowing about all the stuff. And I just couldn't get over the fact that there was magic. That was another big thing for me. I couldn't really accept that. And I get why it's a fantasy book, but it was very confusing to me. So that was tough. There was a lot of problems I had with it, but I'd say overall, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. A solid 4, a hard 4, not a
hard 4.
Not a iffy 4.
I mean, I'd have to give it personally an 8 or a 9. I would give it a 10, but comparing it to the books, there's just a lot of problems with the movies.
Yeah, there's always problems with the movies with books. That's why books are always better. But I want to read the books. Like, my friend's reading it for his fantasy and sci-fi class, and apparently they're going to watch the movie and stuff. I don't really know if that's like a... I don't know. It seems like a pretty fun class to be in, but he says that it's kind of easy. I think it's really fun if you just get to read the books all the time, but if we had to watch the movies, like... I feel like I would get hated in that class, because I would be just constantly...
bashing the movie?
Well, when we watched it, me and my friend, we were like, he's like trying to explain it to me, and I'm just like, this is stupid, I hate this, and they were like, are you kidding me? This is the greatest thing in the whole world! And I was like, I don't get it. So I thought I'd ask an expert, like yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you deem me as an expert, that means a lot.
Well, I also have another question. How does The Hobbit tie in to the whole thing? It doesn't make much sense to me.
Okay, I will explain to you in a second, but first let's pick a lobby.
14.
14.
Is actually...
Okay, so repeat your question again?
The Hobbit, is it like a sequel or prequel, or like, what is the concept?
The Hobbit is a prequel, and... basically, The Hobbit was wrote, I believe, before Lord of the Rings. Like, he didn't plan on doing Lord of the Rings, so
it's the same guy. It's the same guy.
It's the same guy. Okay. Yeah, it's the same universe, the same lore and everything. It's just that at the time of writing it, I don't think he planned on writing Lord of the Rings. So, in the books, it didn't tie in too much, other than the fact that there was a ring that, when you put it on, made you invisible.
Huh. Well, that's pretty interesting, I guess. Okay, so I feel like I need to watch The Hobbit first, because I think that would make things easier.
I think you should read the book instead, because The Hobbit, the movie, is great, but it's so different from the book because they tried to tie it in with the Lord of the Rings movies. 80% of the movie is not in the book.
So it's like a completely different thing.
It's like, it follows the main plot of the dwarves and Bilbo going to, like, reclaim their homeland and everything. But there's so much extra side story that's in the movie that's not in the book. Which doesn't need to be there.
I get you. Okay, so the concept, and then the second movie is like... first off, another thing that really got me really upset was the fact that at the end of the first movie, they still didn't do what they were supposed to do. And apparently they don't do it until like the third movie. They don't get to the Mordor. And that really made me upset, because I was like...
Well, it's gonna take some time. It's traveling across the country, I guess.
Well, it was a 3-hour movie. They had a lot of time to, think about...
I don't know. In 3 hours? I don't know.
I was extremely disappointed when we were getting towards the end of the movie, and I'm like, man, they're gonna have to do it real fast if they're gonna make it. And then Evan's like, they don't actually make it until, like, third movie, right? And I'm like... What was the point of this movie that I didn't get?
It's the progression. It's the story of not just being, like, getting there. It's like how they get there, what they do to get there and what happens along the way.
I would have preferred if they had just told me the concept of the background during that time and then sped up the whole journey. Another thing, I don't really get how the guy knew they were on the mountain and that he was like shaking the
Saruman, when he's knocking down, like, the snow and everything?
Yes.
Well, he's a wizard. He's, like, all-knowing and magical. He's gonna know.
It made me quite a bit upset when he was doing that. And I was like, I don't think this is gonna happen. I feel like if I was going to be a wizard, I wouldn't know about that stuff. But also, when they went underground, how did the dwarf things survive down there?
Wait, when they went underground, where?
Underground...
In the mines of Moria?
The mines of Moria, yeah, and there were, like, bad guys down there.
Oh, when, when he knocks the, the helmet down the well and then they all come attacking?
Yes.
How did the dwarf survive?
Because there's no food.
Well, I think that Lord of the Rings can give us all, teach us all a bit of a lesson. You see, they survived using good teamwork, they had each other's backs.
So they ate each other.
Well, I'm not saying that necessarily or specifically, but, I mean, I guess it's a possibility, but I didn't see it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a very good situation. Like, if you...
I mean, I think you're just trying to take this a little bit too far, if I'm honest. I think that you're just looking for plot holes.
I think this is a very flawed book, to be honest. I think I could write a better Lord of the Ring.
You didn't read the book.
I think it's a flawed movie. I think if I wrote Lord of the Rings, I think it would be much more solid, and I think that people wouldn't have much of a problem with it. I think
if you wrote Lord of the Rings, it would be an entirely different movie.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have magic. Gotta be honest, that's one of the biggest things that kind of got to me.
But the entire movie bases itself around magic with the ring.
And therein lies the problem.
So what you're saying is that the main point of the story, the ring, is bad.
Is in fact the main issue that I have with the story.
I see. That's an interesting point, Nick.
So I think what we should do is we should rewrite it together. So
right.
What we do is, okay, so picture this, ready? We are in some random scary place, and I just realized I should not have run out like this because there's a lot of bad guys.
Well done.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm killing him. Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you didn't kill him.
I did not kill him. So, we're in this random scary land that might be... Another thing, where does this all take place? Is this Earth? And then Evan said it was Middle Earth.
It's Middle Earth, yeah.
But is that, like, in the middle of what... Like, in between the center of the Earth and us? Is that what's down there? Like, a little world?
It's just a mythical fantasy world. It's not a real world. It's not based on anything real.
I think it should take place in Germany. Personally.
In Germany.
Personally, I like the idea of it taking place in Germany. I think that would be a great...
What time zone, then, should we set it in? Like, Lord of the Rings is set in the Third Age.
I don't know what the Third Age means.
Right, well, so, like, even way, we can't really compare that to any of our kind of times. But what time would you set it in?
Like,
for Germany.
1970s.
Oh, I thought you were going to be a little bit more sadistic and go, like, World War II setting, but...
Oh, geez, no, that would suck. Although that would be an interesting opportunity to introduce Nazi zombies into the mix, because zombies are one thing, but, you know, magical rings... different. I can believe zombies. I can believe those.
Because I guess you could claim it's a bit scientific, like with the viruses and stuff.
Yes, you could make zombies if you were smart enough. I think that's the main goal here. But the other thing that I was thinking is, instead of having a ring, what if it was like shoes? Like red shoes that, when you click together, have magical powers that aren't really
But you're stepping into magic again here.
No, but they're shoes.
But this sounds awfully like The Wizard of Oz.
I don't think it does.
Clicking together the shoes and it's magical? I don't know.
No, but these shoes are red, so it's different.
But so are the shoes in The Wizard of Oz.
I think you're reaching here. I think you're trying to purposely bash my movie.
I think you're trying to plagiarize other famous movies.
I don't know if we would go that far. I think that my movie has a lot of potential and might fill in the plots where Lord of the Rings failed. But other than that, I think my movie's probably going to be a big success. A big success.
I don't know. I mean, I think you should make this on your own. I don't think I want to be a part of this in any way, shape, or form. It just sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
I actually was hoping you would act in it, but you know what? After this, I don't think you're right for the role. I think you bring too much pizzazz that we can't have. Pizzazz, like a magical pizzazziness. I think that we just need to find our own niche, and I think I've found mine. So,
and yours is plagiarizing The Wizard of Oz in a terrible Lord of the Rings remake.
If that's what you want to call it, then yes.
Yeah. Oh God. All right. Well,
take it away, PJ. Take it away.
No, you take it away.
Oh, I'll take it. Okay. Well, guys, be on the lookout for my awesome remake, The Wizard of Narnia, coming out in the summer of 2015. It's going to be starring Johnny Depp as well as Natalie Cruz. I think that's a person. Kind of hoping
Natalie Cruz? Do you mean Penelope Cruz or Natalie Portman?
I think I meant their daughter. So
okay.
She is going to be in it. Newborn. It's going to be interesting. Great stuff. You guys are going to love it. Read the script. And if you guys want to check out PJ's channel, then go check that out, because that's where I'll post the trailer, because he's so graciously offered to do that. So
yeah, sure thing.
I think it's going to be a great movie. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.